Welcome to Dad's Unfiltered. We're two old friends navigating our way through midlife and fatherhood, striving to flip the script about being a father as well as being a man, all with the goal of helping other men do the same.
Dad's Unfiltered.
Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of Dad's Unfiltered. With me, as always, is Chris, and we got a special episode because of a special day.
Indeed.
It's April 18th, and Chris, what day is April 18th?
April 18th, at least according to the people in Cleveland, is Superman Day.
It's actually gone worldwide. DC announced that it's actually gone global.
Oh, well, there we go.
They just had a big announcement about it. Yep, so April 18th, 1938, the Action Comics #1 arrived on newsstands
Debuted.
with Superman, brought to you by Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster, who was the cartoonist.
Indeed, they were.
Here's a fun fact. He's been on film of some sort since 1941, a few short years after the whole conception. And those were the Fleischer animated reels that they did. I don't know if you've ever watched those.
I love those. I have them. Yeah, of course. And actually, one of my favorite bits of trivia from the very beginning is the very first Superman comic was actually, this was before the 1938 release, because the character hadn't reached that iteration yet. Mm-hmm. You know about this one, right? The Reign of the Superman.
Yeah.
So the Reign of the Superman, the character was much more of a villain slash anti-hero, and was bald. So what ended up happening was that iteration of the character transitioned into the character of Lex Luthor, and then they revamped Superman to be much more of a straight hero.
Well, Superman was made in the image of Siegel and Schuster. Like, if you look at pictures of them, they look...
Oh, sure, yeah.
One
the
looks
glasses
an
and
awful
the...
lot like Clark.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking
well, and it was also... It was... Clark was them.
Yeah.
And so it was their need or desire to be more than they were perceived as was a big influence in doing that. I do remember that. And the actual outfit, the reason why it's so weird to us now was that it was modeled on strongmen at the time, who wore leotards with like trunks outside
with their underwear on
the leotard. Yeah. And that was Superman's outfit was a sign of the times, and it was not weird. Yeah. And now there's all sorts of justifications for why it is, because they don't want to change the character too much.
The funny thing is I don't think it's really a justification. I like the way that, I mean, it's not even it's more like, I think Corner Sweat used the term as like to disarm, because they think that he's foolish for having it.
No, and I thought that was a great way to skew the modern take to the benefits thereof. Like he acknowledged it. I think at one point he said, Superman's like a crossing guard. Like he's wearing a high profile Viz suit to let you know that, hey, someone is here, everything's going to be okay. And the other thing he said, and I know you've heard this, was Superman should be huggable.
Yeah.
He's not a dark, brooding, intimidating character. No. He's a friendly neighbor.
You know, that's the the one thing about the Cavill outfit, that it always seemed to me it was like a big fucking Lululemon pair of leggings. I was like, why? I can see the separate cheeks of his ass. Like, as he's walking, the suit is being eaten by his butt. Like, it just wasn't right. I don't know. It's, to me, that's what it makes me think of, is that legging type look where nothing is left to the imagination, like it's all on full display. Maybe that's just like the Catholic side of me that's just like, oh my god, nuts and balls, like what the fuck is going on here?
Well, the other factor is obvious because Cavill wore a padded suit.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that he wasn't
Pure West. Sorry, I couldn't fucking help that one.
No, and obviously he didn't need the padded suit for his physique because he was
Right.
ripped out of his mind. It was more because, like, even Christopher Reeve's suit, which he tested in, which I thought was always cool.
Yeah.
Cavill wearing it, you couldn't really see the definition of it, like, no matter how jacked he was, because, like, even Christopher Reeve, he wasn't as big as Cavill, but he was as ripped. Like, he was a majorly athletic build. Like, he had a full-on 8-pack and everything. Like, he was in shape.
Oh yeah.
And you could barely see the outline of anything with the the outfit anyway.
The unitard that he was wearing, yeah.
I was gonna say uniform, but yeah, unitard. But that's the thing. Like, if in the comics, like a real life iteration of the comics would literally be painting on the outfit. You know what I mean?
Well, fuck yeah, you would be. Like, in some of these iterations, man, you can literally see, like, the veins and everything. It's just like, whoa. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm in the middle of the Bizarro. I've been slowly reading it.
Oh, yeah.
And the animation, the cartoon, it's a little bit rough. Kind of reminds me of, like, Rugrats. Do you remember those guys?
Oh, yeah.
The pictures, like, the Perry Whites and everything, they look like it's straight out of a Rugrats cartoon. It's fucked up.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, as much as I love Superman, the style of the comic, how he is drawn, how the characters are drawn, really is a draw for me with regard to like, even if the story's really good, I don't enjoy it as much if I don't like the style. You know what I mean?
I get that for sure. I'm actually doing the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic as well. Getting ready for the drop of that.
Yep.
But so Chris and I have been fans of Superman for fuck knows as long as I can remember. I've been a fan.
As long as I can remember, for sure.
Yeah, but with my dad, that was passed on from my dad. Like, his two favorite characters, literary or otherwise, one of them was Peter Pan, and the other one was Superman. And you know what's fucking weird about both of them is they can fly. My father, fucking deathly afraid of heights, absolutely fucking petrified.
Well, maybe it was wishful thinking then. He was trying
projection. Yeah, like, I wish I had the balls of these guys. So. Yeah, we Chris and I would spend our, what was it, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. It always alternated because of the way the CW was. The motherfuckers could never keep a series on the same day, but we would all gather over at Chris's cousins and we would watch Smallville.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, and actually I wanted to take it back even further. Like,
was a very clear memory of being at the age that we were when it came out to honestly take time out of our late teens, early 20s life to fucking watch a TV show was nuts.
Well, it was especially potent because of 9/11, right? Because it came out, and I remember at the time and much later they ended up going back and doing the behind the scenes stuff and saying we debated actually releasing the pilot because it was so close to 9/11.
Right.
That we didn't, and so, but they ended up deciding, you know what, the classic all-American hero character that Superman is, it would actually be of benefit to do it right now, so they did it.
Beacon of hope that he is.
Yeah.
That fucking Zack Snyder tried to fucking tarnish the shit out of that.
But yeah, that was such a great time in my life for sure, because because in 2001 I was 21, so obviously 9/11 was a huge thing. I was I was a senior in college when it happened.
Oh.
You know, it majorly affected all of our lives. You know, whether you knew someone or, you know, lost someone or anything like that. Like, I didn't lose anyone, thank God, but I knew people who did. And, like, you couldn't have been more than a couple degrees of separation from someone who died if you lived in New England. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it really was, like, obviously I had turned 21, so I could legally drink. You know, I was senior in college. 9/11 happened, and then Smallville comes out. And like you're saying, it was my buddy Ryan, or our buddy Ryan. But I met him freshman year of high school, and he was also the lead guitarist in my band. So we started hanging out, and then Pete and I knew each other from church youth group.
Yeah.
And then Ryan and Pete met, and my cousin Josh was the cousin's house that we went to. So the four of us every single week would sit and watch Smallville, and then just talk shop about it. And it was a really enjoyable, youthful time.
Yeah.
You know?
And for the life of us together now, we could never get any of us together. I could barely get Ryan the fuck out of his house.
Yeah, true story.
If I want to hang out with him, I gotta go to his fucking town. I gotta, like, knock on his doorstep. I had to bring a fucking open mic up to his town just to get him to go and see me do comedy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ryan, to this day, I consider, and we've called him this for years, a male diva.
Yeah.
He's just, like, even when we were recording our album in it was actually around that time, like 2002, 2003. He would come in and be like, all right, I want to put my guitar parts down, and then I'm just going to bail. It's like, no, you're going to hang out in the studio with all the rest of us and, you know, be with the band and get your shit done. He's like, nah, I'm out of here. Like, you fucking diva.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Superman was brought to me at a very early age with Christopher Reeve. I know that's your iteration too.
The OG, man. I know there were, obviously, for the previous generations, you know, it was George Reeves, and that's something else. Like, just as a bit of trivia as well, it is George Reeves and Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
There is no S on Reeve.
Nobody ever gets that shit right.
I know, nobody ever gets it. But it's like Brendan Fraser. It's not Brendan Fraser. It's Brendan Fraser. But I was definitely, because I was born in 80. You were born in what, 78?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Star Wars and Superman. It was like when we were born, that's when it was all happening. And I don't remember the first time I watched it, but I definitely remember watching it constantly. Because I was old enough to at least be aware when I don't think I remember when Superman 3 came out in the theaters, but I remember when Superman 4 did.
Yeah.
So it was still like, it was still coming out. Like, new movies are still coming out when I remember always watching it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely remember Superman 3. I think I even saw that in the theaters.
I don't think I ever saw any of them in the theater.
I saw 4 in the theater, and that was fucking horrible.
Yeah, well, we all know that.
It's weird. For me, I mean, I'm a big movie person. I have, like, very weird recollections of movies that I've seen. Like, I remember seeing E.T. And E.T. came out in fucking 82. I was only, like, 4.
Yeah.
And but I remember the theater. It was the old Salem Theater, had a fucking big marquee and everything. I remember it all. And my dad's like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, what's 4 plus 4? And I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, and that it was a big thing. I remember having the fucking clamshell video cassette with the plastic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that made that weird noise. When
yeah, that clicks. Oh, so it's like so satisfying when it clicks shut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we had them all on video. My dad was a big fan. I remember he was like the first person to take me to a comic book store. I have all of the original comics, like the first printings of The Death of Superman, somewhere at my father's house.
I do too. They're somewhere at my mother's house in Maine. But I also have that. That's a projector film that I don't have the projector for. But that's Superman the movie on. I just got to find one of those old projectors at the library. I'm sure they still have them.
Real? No, dude,
reel
go
to
on
reel
fucking Marketplace and just buy one. I'm sure you can find a fucking 8mm projector.
Yeah, probably, but I'm sure they're retro expensive now.
Maybe.
That is something I want to do. Because I have yet to watch that.
To see it.
I found it at a yard sale. Actually, I paid like $3 for it or something. It's
Nice.
Stupid, but
always.
Always.
Yeah.
And it was just it was collector's thing. I have a small Superman collection. I like the idea of it. I have a few figures and obviously some posters and stuff like that. But yeah, it was
A couple of T-shirts.
I know, god damn it. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't wear my Superman t-shirt. I mean, shit, I could just jump up right now and go change real quick.
Yeah.
But I could. I don't know. Maybe I will.
So, yeah, like we've been fans. I came up with a few different little lists of different things that I want to discuss. Now, I will say this. One iteration that I fucking refuse to add on here, and that's because of my political leanings and the fact that he's a total douchebag.
I know where you're going with
I
this.
have left off Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Honestly, and you'll see here in a minute. Actually, I'll start the list. This is the list that... So, here are the actors that played Perry White. All right?
Okay. Yep.
So, I got Lawrence Fishburne, Michael McKean, Jackie
Yep.
Cooper.
Yep.
We got Frank Langella, and I put Lane Smith as well. And
Okay.
I couldn't find the name of the guy that played him in the new Superman movie, but I liked him. They weren't listing him anywhere, and I couldn't...
Really?
Yeah, and I wasn't going on IMDb. I had too much shit to do. I had other lists.
Well, hold on.
I had other lists.
Hold on. If we're going to do lists, then let's acknowledge which property they came from or which
I was
movie,
gonna go
right?
over that. So what I was
all
going
right,
to say
okay.
is I want to rank them the best. So Lawrence Fishburne comes out of the Snyderverse. Michael McKean is all
Smallville,
out
yeah.
Smallville, the younger iteration, kind of weird.
Right.
Jackie Cooper.
Before he became the Perry White.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Jackie Cooper, who was from the
Yeah, Christopher Reeve.
Holy Moly versions of Superman.
Yes. The OG.
Langella is from creepy Superman Stalker.
You're right.
Returns.
Superman Returns. Yep.
And then Lane Smith is the only character, the only fucking person I am going to even honor as part of Superman and Lois, because I thought not Superman and Lois.
No, Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark. I thought he was fucking fantastic, and I honestly thought that if they had ever done an iteration on screen, I would have loved to have seen him as Perry White in a movie.
I think he did a good job, too.
I thought he was fantastic, personable.
What the hell? Side note, by the way.
Yes.
The only two places I know him from, the actor, is Lois and Clark, and can you guess the other one?
Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny, that's right.
Identical.
Heinous crime. Yeah, identical.
So, out of that whole list, who would you say was your favorite Perry White?
It's so hard. It's so hard for me to list anyone else at the top than the entire cast from the 78 Superman. It's just so hard. So Jackie Cooper is definitely my top favorite Perry White.
Jackie definitely is the role model, the idea. Like, he is the who is that fucking guy? that plays J. Jonah Jameson. Like, I will never see anybody other than
J.K. Simmons.
Yes,
that dude was made for that role. Yeah,
and like for me, that I have that same kind of image with Perry White, like that no nonsense old type news guy. Mm-hmm. You know, like there's that. That's why Cooper is my number one, and I think Lane probably comes in at my number two because he kind of embodies that. Frank Langella kind of sucked.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of his either. No. I don't mind him as an actor. Just his Perry White was definitely not my favorite.
I wasn't a fan of Fishburne either.
Yeah, again, it was like
it was the wrong casting. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with ethnicity or anything. It just he wasn't.
No, not at all.
Kind of person.
It was also again they took. He tried to modernize it too much, like grounded in like a darker reality. It just didn't. It didn't fit the Superman ethos, you know.
Well, yeah.
So
I'm used to a Perry White that fucking gets a little yelly, and you know
sure.
He's like, take the red pill or the blue pill, and it's like, what the fuck. You know?
Yeah, I love Lawrence Fishburne. I enjoy him as an actor.
Oh, yeah.
But again,
it has to be in the right setting. I mean,
for sure. And there was nothing about his Perry White that stood out to me.
No.
Like you know,
all the just there for because it's part of the ethos.
Yeah. And Lawrence Fishburne's a big name, so they, you know, got him in. So I would say, and I'll try to remember all of them. Jackie Cooper's the first, for sure. I would agree that Lane. Why am I blanking on his last name?
Lane Smith.
It was Smith. Lane Smith.
John Smith.
Yeah.
Why don't I know that guy?
I think his name was John Doe.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it. Yeah. Lane Smith would be second. I would have to say the only reason why, and I want to, I won't look up the actor's name, but from the most recent iteration, I would say he has a vibe that's more Perry than Lane, but he wasn't in enough scenes to really get a feel for his Perry White. So I'm going to stick with Lane Smith in second. I'm going to put him third just as a vibe thing. Mm-hmm. Then I gotta throw in Michael McKean.
I liked McKean because I like how they give him that backstory, like he was not always like that reputable reporter.
Well,
that reputable
he was a shady alcoholic at the time.
Yeah, to be. Yeah.
Right, and then it was because of Clark that actually helped him change who he was and obviously that's not canon technically. Like they clearly took some liberties, because Clark never met Perry White in the comics before, at least as far as I know, before he became Superman.
I think they took a lot of liberties with Smallville because they had to build it out. Because back then they were also doing like fucking 20 season episodes of shows. So we had
22 at times too. Yeah,
fucking flashbacks and shit.
I know all the filler episodes. See, that's the thing. There was at least one good quality Superman thing in every episode, but some of those filler episodes were rough.
Oh God, were they ever?
Yeah. But yeah, I got to throw Michael McKean in there, and he's. I would put him over the
new guy,
the David Cornsweet Superman Perry, acting wise. But again, it's because he didn't have as much screen time. Right. But as a vibe, like he felt more like Perry White.
Right.
So Michael McKean and then Frank Langella at fifth.
Yeah.
That's my list.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty much right there with you. Frank Langella is definitely at the bottom.
Yeah.
I do, like, I kind of tie Cornsweet's Perry and McKean together.
Yeah, I get that.
Again, because you don't have enough feel. And I really dig the whole backstory that they give Perry White. I like how they try to flesh him out a little bit.
And I actually really do like, now that I think about it, I do like on the last episode where they, or maybe it wasn't the last episode, but when they flash forward and Clark goes to the future and sees his future self, and they show Perry White's office, but they don't show Perry. That you just hear him say "Great Caesar's Ghost."
Yep.
And talking about like that was a lot more classic Perry White, and it was only one scene, but they did it.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. So I'm going through a lot of the important characters and who's been portrayed. So I'm going to go unconventionally. I'll leave, clearly, Superman. I'll leave him for last.
For sure.
So we'll skip on to Jonathan Kent. So we got Pruitt Taylor Vance from this latest iteration. We have Kevin Costner. We have Glenn Ford. In Lois... Superman and Lois, they actually had 2 Jonathan Kents, and it was only really in flashbacks. So there was Jordan Elassis and Michael Bishop. So it was 2 different actors, and I don't really remember either one of them. So, and then obviously coming in for Smallville is Luke Duke.
Right. No, Bo Duke, man. Bo
Duke, yeah. Sorry, I get
Bo Duke.
both.
Yeah, John Schneider, who I ended up meeting.
Nice. He was kind
Yeah,
of a dink.
Nice guy. Well, I mean, you heard he's kind of a dick.
I heard. Yeah. He's,
I can tell you, he's. I went to a screening.
Met him?
Over 10 years.
Okay, yeah. A lot's happened since his wife passed away, and yeah.
Oh. Now,
to the side of the fence that we don't like.
Got it. I can't type and talk at the same time. What the hell was I going to say? I don't remember. Jonathan Kent.
Yep. Jonathan Kent's an important fucking role because he does. Actually, it depends on the storyline, because clearly in the first Superman with Chris Reeve, Glenn Ford dies relatively early on. At least with Schneider and Costner, there is a little bit of what's its? I mean, interaction. Like you can see him,
obviously, age-wise, Costner's Jonathan Kent and Glenn Ford's died around the same age, or the same time, or Clark's age was the same from a character perspective, around 18 when his father died. Obviously, in the Corn Sweat iteration, he's still alive. Same with. I actually liked Jonathan and Martha in Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark. Yeah, sorry, I can't keep.
I know you keep doing it, don't you? I thought they were great because they were the wholesome couple, the comic relief. They had a lot of good scenes in that. And what's funny too is that same actor who played his father in Lois and Clark was the father of what's her name in A League of Their Own. She was a really good hitter, but she was too ugly for the beauty queen aspect of the League of Their Own players. He was her father, and then he was a spy in the movie Sneakers. You remember that one?
Oh yeah, that was a great fucking flick.
And then there was one more. Anyway, He's just one of those, like, I never remembered his name, but I saw him in a bunch of stuff.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Character actors.
A lot.
But yeah, I definitely,
how would
I'd
you
throw them on
rank-
the list.
How
Okay.
would you rank your fucking Pa Kent, though?
My Jonathan Kents. Oh, that's what I was looking for. It keeps giving me... There we go. Pa Kent, Superman and Lois.
I mean, clearly for me,
Nope.
I think the top of the list for me is going to be Schneider.
Yeah?
Truthfully, yeah, because there was more to him in Smallville than there was in any fucking other iteration.
That is true. I will say he owned that version of the character pretty damn well.
Yeah.
You know, the wholesome, like, you got to do right by this situation, and you know, I think the thing that differed with Costner, because there was still that aspect of, you know, you got to keep this side of yourself a secret type of thing, and you know, but he was less concerned about the safety of everyone and more concerned about the fact that, like, it became a lot more esoteric and like
He was
philosophical.
more afraid for Clark than he was anybody else, I think. And Jonathan
Sure.
was afraid for everybody. I mean, Snyder was afraid for everybody.
Well, yeah, but it was more about how humanity's view of themselves would change with Costner's Kent, and it was much more about, you know, honor and integrity and protecting your family for Schneider's. So, yeah, I don't even remember from Superman and Lois, so I'm not even gonna put, because as far as I remember, he wasn't
because
in.
they were dead.
No, I know, he was already dead. Yeah.
Well, both of them.
I don't
were
remember.
too.
I don't remember that there were two separate actors. So that's interesting.
I didn't either until I was making the list.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Show you how
I
much
will
we pay
say.
attention.
I know. Okay, I am gonna put Snyder at the top for that similar reason, but I'm gonna put Glenn Ford at a close second because, again, of the OG aspect of him.
Oh, see, I was gonna put Pruitt Taylor Vance second. I really enjoyed his podcast.
Damn it! No, and I wasn't thinking of him. Hold on.
I like that he was soft and
Yeah.
caring. I like that aspect of that. Like, you remember when we got those burritos? You know? Right up the road,
Yeah.
those burritos are still good.
No.
There
Damn
was
it!
just
See,
something
now I don't.
about him.
I don't.
Now
I
you
don't
gotta
want to
change
feel
your
like.
whole list, huh?
No, yeah, because I don't want you to think I'm doing it because I totally forgot he was going to be
No,
in
I
my
don't
top
think
as
that
well.
at all.
No, actually, okay, hold on. Let's go through them real quick so I have them all at the forefront. We got Schneider, we got Pruitt, we got Glenn Ford,
Kevin Costner and the two guys we don't know.
Costner,
And then,
right, and the two guys we don't know.
if you want to include Jonathan from fucking Superman and Lois. Or Lois
No,
and
but that's
Clark.
what
Fuck!
Lois and Clark.
You
Okay,
laugh
so-
like Burt Reynolds. Do you know that?
I do.
It's a little Burt Reynolds-ish, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I just watched Cannonball Run.
I know what you mean though. Good old Bert. Jesus. Okay. Actually, I am gonna flip it.
Okay, let's hear. Let's hear what you're gonna do.
I am gonna do Pruitt first,
Okay.
and then Jonathan as a close
I was
second.
tossing.
Schneider as a close second. Then I'm gonna go Lois and Clark,
Okay.
and then Costner.
I was throwing Ford in at third because the OG status, and yeah.
Yeah, see, and I forgot
And then
Ford. Ford is third too.
And then I
Yeah.
was going to throw in Costner.
Then Lois and Clark, and the. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going Pruitt, Schneider, Ford, Lois and Clark. I forget the actor's name, and then Costner. Costner's last.
Yeah, Costner really, I don't know. There's something about him. Like, the only role I really dug him in was in The Big Chill, and he was just a fucking corpse. All they showed was his fucking wrist and his fucking hairline. That was it.
Oh, wow, I forgot about that. I forgot he was the guy.
Yeah.
No, I do like Kevin Costner, but not... I didn't think it was one of his better roles.
Stronger. No.
Field of Dreams and Dances with Wolves. Those are my two favorite Kevin Costner movies.
Fucking Bull Durham is one of my absolute favorite movies.
See, and I only saw that one time well into my adulthood because I never saw it as a younger person, so it never stuck. I mean, I'm well aware of the movie, but I never actually watched it when I was younger. But yeah, that's a good one too. But yeah, as far as his Jonathan really had no. He didn't have enough depth, really.
No.
So
it was almost like he just took the role for a paycheck. I mean, it very well could be how it was written.
Well, I think there's got to be some aspect to that. It just, yeah, it was the whole. First of all, Superman being as fast as he is, he would have been able to save.
Never known.
Right. No one would have even seen it. Yeah. No, everyone's watching the friggin' tornado. They wouldn't have seen it. But that was interesting, though, that he didn't die of a heart attack. He died of in a natural disaster. So, again, interesting iteration.
That pisses me off, though, because like the whole thing that kind of fuels him is the fact that he couldn't save Jonathan. That was like, no matter what I did, or no matter how fast I was, I couldn't stop it.
Right.
You know, and
that
he totally could have solved that fucking problem.
That in that one line in the '78 Superman is just is like so potently huge that no matter all those things I could do, all those powers, and I couldn't even save him. That line is so potent because that's the humanity right there. And I think that's the biggest thing about Superman that was, I don't want to say it was missing, but there was far less of it in the Snyderverse. And the Snyder Bros are all like, oh, Superman's a badass because of his power and everything. No. His power is a secondary thing. You guys don't understand the character if that's what you think.
Yeah. His power came from fucking his Earth parents, man. Jonathan and Martha.
Hell yeah.
That's his greatest fucking thing. And that's, I think, why I put Schneider up at the top, because, like, everything that he did in that series, it was like it showed you the step-by-step, and it, like, showed you how he became to that, you know, that level of, and I dug. You know, like,
I really did,
he showed
too.
Him right from wrong.
Well, and the other big thing is he taught him, and this is one thing that I appreciate the echo in the Snyder Superman, was because Cavill's Superman, when he's first fighting Zod, says, you know, when he loses his force field and all the stimuli he's overwhelmed by it, and Cavill says, you know, my parents taught me to hone my skills, but you're getting everything all at once, and it hurts, doesn't it? You know, and that acknowledgement really connected back to the Smallville, you know, how Snyder's Jonathan was really, he took so much time to really, like, help Clark develop his, you know, because again, I appreciate the fact that it started,
burning up hot teachers.
I really like the hearing one where he turned on all the machinery in the barn and then stood on the other end of the building and then just whispered, and he's like, concentrate on my voice, Clark. and that whole like him learning how to really focus. Like I thought that was such a good scene, and it really echoed the idea that Jonathan was really, of course, Martha as well, but Jonathan was really the one who took the reins with looking at his powers as potential gifts instead of detriments or a curse, right? Because he was going through puberty, but he was getting superpowers instead of just the usual shit. And it could easily have been turned into like a Brightburn thing where he just said "fuck everybody." But because of Jonathan, and his parents collectively, obviously it didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So that's my list. Pruitt first, Schneider a very close second, then Ford, then Lois and Clark, and then Costner. That's my list.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same with Costner at the end, except I get Schneider up at the top, and then Pruitt, Taylor, Vince.
And the reason I liked him at the top was because Glenn Ford
I liked his compassion.
was that I agree. Glenn Ford was more a product of his time as well, like the 40s, right? So.
Well, that, and you got to think too that they didn't focus any time on that Smallville side. It was like a hurry up and like, hey, look, he can
for sure
outrun a train, and now he's going to throw a glowing crystal.
right. And but that's another reason. That's another reason why, like, there was so much in those few scenes with his parents. Like, they really, like, Donner really did such a good job with that. To have only 10, maybe 12 minutes of screen time for Smallville total, and you got so much from it, like the relationship with his parents, and the wisdom his father passed on to him, and like, just all of that.
The frustrations of having to hide it.
Yeah, and even just helping him see the bigger picture, right? Like, you're here for a reason. I don't know whose reason or what the reason is, but I do know one thing. It's not to score touchdowns. And just giving him that perspective in that moment was really, really potent. But again, because Schneider was, in it for so long, and like you said, he had so much more. Like, I'm definitely putting him above that. And the reason, though, I went with Pruitt was I like the compassion as well. I like the fact that he's the softer one of the two, and his mother's the hard ass. Because that very much fits with, a lot of my upbringing.
The way that you grew up?
Oh, yeah. My mother was the hard ass, for sure.
Hard ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same here. And I think that's why my dad was that cuddly kind of dipshit that Jonathan was in the news.
But it was still, like, he wasn't an idiot, right? He was...
No.
He was... and I love that she calls him an old mush. Yeah, it was simple. Like, very straightforward, absolutely adores his wife, loves his son. He's just a good quality, solid family man. And he looks and comes across as like a Midwestern farmer.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a fucking chiseled Kevin Costner. He's
right.
Not, I mean, Schneider is pretty fucking pampered as well. I mean, aside from Pruitt, the only other one that looked like a fucking farmer was Glenn Ford.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go to the lady of the house. I had some trouble finding these. I don't remember who played Martha in Superman Returns, but she's one. I don't remember her name. Yes, but I remember the actor. I remember her face. She's a famous actress too. That's the thing that's pissing me off, and I can't remember who she is. Then there's Phyllis Thaxter, who was Martha with Glenn Ford. Then there was Diane Lane, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because I had like a little boy crush on her in the '80s, she might be at the top
Yep.
of my list.
Ah, all right.
Then there's Neva Howell, who is Martha to Pruitt's Jonathan.
Oh yeah, okay, yep.
And then we have Annette O'Toole. Honestly, she might actually be my second choice, only because again the longevity. She was so good, so strong, so level-headed. I didn't like the turn to like the politician stuff, and I love the fact that she was at one point she was Lana Lang, and I loved that aspect that she came back. Into the fold.
I do. She is one. It's kind of like Bill Paxton was the only actor to have been killed by an alien and a predator.
Oh no!
Like
and a Terminator.
And a Terminator, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, there's another guy that actually has that same. There's a second guy because they have a new movie that came out with Alien.
Oh, so it's he's a recent addition.
Yeah, there's a
okay.
Yeah, there's
but yeah, it was.
And Paxton was the very first.
As far as I know, Annette O'Toole is the only person to have played two separate characters in the Superman universe. Multiple people have come back to play the same role that they played in previous iterations, but they didn't play
so you're talking about
different characters.
Already existing. Because technically, Chris came back, and so we got. Do you need me to go over the names again?
Let's do them real quick. So we have Annette O'Toole, we have Diane Lane,
Annette O'Toole, Phyllis Thaxter, and Neva Howell. So Neva was Pruitt's Martha,
right.
And Phyllis was Glenn Ford's Martha. And then there was the Martha from Creepy Returns.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her.
She raised a pervert, so we're going to leave her off the list.
Oh, there she is. Oh, yeah. Eva Marie Saint. That's who it was.
Oh, I don't know why the fuck I couldn't think of that.
Okay. Yeah, it's so funny too because Brando, she was in a movie with Brando. But okay, I did not dislike her at all. But she's not near the top of my list.
She was just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. My favorite line of hers though is when she's comforting Clark after he got back from Krypton, and she's like, and even if you are the last, you're not alone. That was a great Ma Kent line.
Yeah.
So I think I gotta put Annette O'Toole at the top for sure, for all the reasons we discussed. Like her involvement, her character arc, and the fact that she played Lana as well. Like, yeah, she was. I really enjoyed her as Martha Kent.
Yeah, more than I thought. I
well,
would,
and that's
honestly.
the thing too. Like, she was still like Diane Lane was like the hot mom, the MILF Martha Kent. But so is Annette O'Toole. But Annette O'Toole, I could still see being a farmer in the Midwest. You know what I mean? Like, so. Like, I feel like she embodied the character a little bit better than Diane Lane did. Yeah, so I'll put her there. I gotta put the Christopher Reeve Martha Kent second because OG. Then probably Diane Lane after that. No, Diane Lane's last. Again, too polished. And the Superman Returns is next.
Too Hollywood.
Yeah, just a bit too Hollywood. And I know that's the direction they were going, but it didn't work for me as much.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go to Supergirl next.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to do the big ones until the end.
Right.
So we got Millie Alcock, Sasha Calle, who was in The Flash, Helen Slater,
Yep.
Laura Vandervoot,
Yep.
and Melissa Benoist.
Benoist, yeah. Slater being, of course, in the Saul Kynes Supergirl movie.
Slater's going to be number one for me.
Yeah. Because, again, the OG.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it was really a developed character. Like, the movie did not get... I don't think it got enough props, to be honest with you.
And I get...
I don't think her Supergirl was treated well.
I agree. And I
thought it was good.
I thought it was better than how it was received. I will say that. But also, I would equate it to, like, Superman 3. It wasn't Superman 1 or 2. It certainly wasn't 4, though. It was way better than 4. But I would equate it to Superman 3. It was an enjoyable watch, again, but if the same movie wasn't about Supergirl, yeah, it wouldn't be as good. It is one of those things where it's like when you're attracted to someone with an accent, but take the accent away and they're not as attractive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get it.
it's kind of like that for me. So her, I gotta put Melissa Benoist. Is it Benoist or Benoit? I gotta put her second. I thought she did a great job in the series.
She was good, yeah. Yeah, I was going to tie her with Vandervoot. I really liked her.
She's
And again, it was probably because I was 20.
and she's hot. Yeah.
Stupid.
She's third for me.
Probably why.
But hold on, did I put? Yeah, I put Slater
she had
first.
the look. Like,
She did have the look.
Like that tall.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah, Slater would have definitely been first.
Slater, then Benoist, then Vandervoot. Who are the other ones?
Sasha Calle and then Millie Alcock, the new girl. She looks like she's gonna be okay.
Millie is the newest one. Yeah.
I'd probably put her. Yeah, I would put her before Sasha Calle because I did not like her. It was very unlike Supergirl. Did you watch The Flash? It was fucking terrible.
I did watch The Flash, but I thought Melissa Benoist was the Supergirl in the Flash crossover series. Huh.
No. In the Flash movie.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Yes. I did see that.
See? It was that bad that you totally fucking forgot you watched it.
You know what's funny is...
That's how terrible
Well,
that fucking movie was.
because it was an alternate universe version of Supergirl. I wouldn't put her at the close to the top of the list because my favorite part about that Supergirl was her costume. I thought the costume was really cool. I don't dislike her performance, but it wasn't a Supergirl performance. Like she was more dark and gritty than Supergirl is usually portrayed. I appreciate.
Yeah.
What's interesting is the gritty aspect of the newest iteration. Obviously, is much more gritty than Slater. But I feel like there's an arc there that loops.
From what I read from A Woman of Tomorrow, it is dead on to that comic.
Yeah, but it feels like it loops back around to the iconic Supergirl. Like it's kind of like, and I could be wrong, but I'm just basing it on what I've seen so far. Kind of like the Obi-Wan series, where he's defeated and then he works his way back. It feels like a bit of that, where she's more the dark and gritty. She's a lost soul type of thing, and then she comes back to her power, or light, if you will. So I would definitely not put her at the bottom. I'd put the Flash Supergirl at the bottom. So Slate, Benoist. Yeah, who was Sasha? What was she? Was the one? Sasha Alcott?
That was Sasha Cali.
Sasha Cali.
No, Sasha
okay,
Cali.
Where did Sasha Alcott come from?
Yeah, it was Millie Alcock is the new Supergirl.
Oh, that's where it was.
She was a brunette. She was terrible.
Okay. Yeah, so...
She did not
what?
She did not do it. She did not do it. She wasn't... No. Yeah, no, it's... Slater is definitely number one, for sure.
Benoist for me second, and then the current Supergirl
and then, yeah.
third for me.
Yeah, and then Vandervoot.
And then Vandervoot and...
All right.
Yeah, the last one.
That
lost cause.
So, last insignificant character, really, Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen.
Skylar Gisondo is the guy that is now the new one.
Yep.
In the Snyderverse, it was Michael Cassidy. It was only brief.
Yeah.
He died real quick.
And it was an alias.
Smallville.
It wasn't his real name. So they just kind of threw him in there as a faux character. He's not even on the list for me.
Smallville, we got Aaron Ashmore.
Yep.
I had to make sure I covered the recent ones.
Yeah.
We got Mark McClure.
Right.
And we got Sam Huntington.
Right. Right.
So
I gotta say,
I didn't do the one from the George Reeves one because we never saw them. So
yeah, I mean, I'm familiar because I watched a lot of the reruns when I was little, but yeah, I'm fine with not putting him in this list. It's what?
Yeah, and no one except for us or any other hardcore weirdos would know.
I know, that's true. This one I'm going to have to go with the David Cornsweet, Jimmy Olsen is my number one. Then Mark McClure. Then the Superman Returns, Jimmy. And
you like Sam Huntington over Aaron Ashmore?
Yeah. I think he's more. I like Aaron Ashmore's acting, and I thought he did a great job on Smallville. But there's a bit more character Jimmy with the other actor, the Superman Returns actor. He's a bit more
fair enough,
youthful and awkward, and Aaron Ashmore was a bit too solid for his age and demeanor and all of that.
For me, it's McClure, Huntington, Skylar, Ashmore. Only because and I got Skylar down because I just don't know how I feel about fucking Jimmy Olsen being like sexy Jimmy Olsen. Like, that's a weird thing. Like, the girls were all clamoring over him. I'm used to that bumbling, kind of awkward kid. I actually, and again, I know I said I wasn't going to include fucking Superman and Lois, or Lois and Clark. Fuck! But I also like the two Jimmy Olsens that they had, too. I like the second one better than the first.
Oh, interesting.
They had two
I liked the first one better than the second. I liked both of them as well, but I liked the first one better than the second. Yeah, what's interesting is I think, despite the attractiveness that the fact that he himself, the character, is not a womanizer. So it's the attraction coming in toward him. It's not that he's still awkward and funny and he fits Jimmy Olsen for me.
Oh, the kid! I love that kid. He is fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah,
he's one of my favorite young actors.
I just think that I agree.
Yeah,
it was.
It's just that one aspect.
I agree. It was a departure, but I didn't think it tainted the character. It just changed the dynamic of how his character interacts with that world. So I didn't dislike it because it didn't mess with the character. It just was kind of like this added thing that was. It's like, really? And they even say it. It's like, what really? What is it, Jimmy? What? Now how Lois says it to him, and he's like,
Lois actually.
Yeah, just like what? Like, what is it about these women? How? Yeah. So anyway, that's my list.
All right. So we got. Now we're down into the last four. We got Jor-El. So we got Bradley Cooper, Russell Crowe. Now this is tough because we have the Superman Returns and the original Superman movie is both Brando.
Yep.
And we have two iterations of Jor-El in Smallville as well. We have the disembodied voice that was Terrence Stamp, and then we have the physical embodiment that was Julian Sands.
Right.
So that's tough because those guys are all fucking awesome, right?
True.
I mean, Brando obviously broke the fucking
Right.
mold, but I don't think I'm going to put him at the top because he was in it for the paycheck. They had to like fucking tape the lines to the fucking baby.
Well, he did that with he never memorized any of his lines.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, from a personal perspective, yeah, fuck that dude phoning in his shit. He self-proclaimed like I love money, but I hate working. You know, that's what he said.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm putting him at the bottom of the list. Well, no, not the actual bottom, because for me it's honestly going to be Terrence Stamp, Julian Sands at the top.
Okay.
And then it's going to go. And then it would go Brando.
Okay.
And then. Oh, fuck. I don't even want to rank Russell Crowe or Bradley Cooper on there. I don't like them as Jor-El. I don't like them. Yeah, so that would be it. It would be Brando and Stamp and Sands.
I'm going to put Stamp first, actually, but not Sands. I'm going to put Stamp first, then Brando, then Russell Crowe, then Sands.
Ooh.
And then, who was the last one? Oh, Cooper, Bradley Cooper. Because, again, Sands...
Yeah,
he just
definitely would be the first.
He didn't... I don't know. I didn't believe him as the character. I think he's a fantastic actor. But he didn't come across as Jor-El for me.
Well, it was.
Was, right. Yeah. I know, because he died horribly, didn't he?
Well, I think they only cast him because they wanted to... Yeah, he did. They found him like decomposed in a fucking mountain.
Yeah, he got lost.
Or some shit.
Hiking, got lost, never came back. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only reason why he was cast is because they had already cast Terrence Stamp and he had a fucking British accent, and they were like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?
I know.
He's too old to play Jor-El."
And for those of you listening who are not Superman fans,
which is too bad because
actually, I just contradicted myself.
Actually, Chris, you were saying that
I just did. I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. I just not contradicted myself, but I was wrong. I was about to contradict myself by saying he played two characters because he played General Zod in the '78 Superman and Superman 2, and then he played the voice of Jor-El in Smallville. So yeah. He and Annette O'Toole are the only two. But that's my list.
I didn't make a list of Zod, but Stamp would be at the top for me.
Oh yeah.
It would be Terrence Stamp, Callum Blue from fucking. I thought he was one of the better ones.
That's interesting.
Callum Blue, remember? From
I do. I don't think he was that
Zod.
great as Zod. I don't know.
Oh, I liked that he was menacing and cold. My favorite villain, though, was Brainiac, without a doubt,
Oh, interesting.
on Smallville.
Okay.
As far as Smallville went.
Yeah. James
I
Marsters.
thought that he was the best. What the fuck was his name?
James.
Yeah.
James Marsters. Yeah.
He was so good.
Yeah, he was great. He was great as Brainiac for sure. I'm trying to think of why am I don't know.
What are you trying to think of?
I just more of the God damn it. I totally fell out of my brain. Good God, parent brain. Anyway.
And I didn't like Michael Shannon and saw it either.
Oh, I did. I didn't think Colin Blue was horrible. I think, like, I appreciated his iteration, but I didn't think he as an actor held... to me, it felt... He felt less menacing and more... like, he wasn't doing it for the larger reason of protecting Krypton. He was doing it because he was a insecure weenie. Like, his reason for being how he was didn't feel grounded in a solid philosophy. It felt more like insecurity. Whereas Michael Shannon, it was like, no, this is my mission in life. I'm doing this because I have to, not because, someone treated me bad one time or something,
Yeah. Yeah, but for me, I mean, obviously, it's stamped the whole way.
He just destroyed that role, man. He
just, for some
owned
reason,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're into the last three.
Yep.
All right. So next we're gonna do the big bad,
Lex Luthor.
So we got Nicholas Hoult, we got Jesse Eisenberg, we got Michael Rosenbaum, Gene Hackman, Michael Cudlitz was
that's
Superman
right. Superman and Lois. Yeah.
And Kevin
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, who I reluctantly added to the list because he's problematic, but I also didn't fucking like him as Lex Luthor. So I'm going to say that openly. He plays like some of the best fucking villains ever.
He does.
And then the one villain that like I grew up with, he like fucking dropped the ball and then like fucked it like down the
what's interesting is from a personal perspective, I would put Jesse Eisenberg above him because Spacey turned out to be a douche. But from a character perspective...
Yeah, I hated Jesse Eisenberg,
too. No, from a character perspective, I think Eisenberg is my least favorite Lex Luthor.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And I would put Spacey next, so it would be...
But here's...
What?
I was going to say, I don't care where your bottom is. I want to know who your fucking top Lex Luthor
well, that's
is, because that's a tough...
That's why I was going in reverse.
That really is the... Oh, okay. All right.
So we have...
So we got Eisenberg
at the bottom.
No, we got Spacey at the bottom, then Eisenberg.
Yeah, and then we have... Hold on. So we have Hackman, Holt. Who else? Oh, Rosenbaum.
We have Hackman, Holt, Eisenberg, Rosenbaum, and Cudlitz.
Cudlitz. Okay, I'm gonna put him.
Cudlitz was from Lois.
I'm gonna put him above Spacey.
Superman and Lois.
Huh?
Fuck. Okay.
I liked him, and I like him as an actor. I thought he was much more.
Oh, yeah.
He was much more of a mob boss than an elite, like polished businessman. So that takes points away. Like I don't dislike the iteration, but it wasn't classic Lex for me.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go. Oh, it really is tough. It really is tough.
Yeah, dude. The last three at the top.
All right, here's
they were great.
Here because they're so close. All of them are so close together. But here's my order. Third place is Rosenbaum. Second place is Hackman. I got to go with Holt for my number one.
Wow. All right. Yeah, I'm going a little bit different. Rosenbaum's my number one.
Okay.
And Hackman is my number two. And Holt is a very, very fucking close number three.
Yeah.
And I don't care where the other fuckers fall because I didn't like it.
It's tough, man. Like Rosenbaum
Weissenberg was a throwaway fucking Lex.
Who?
But Rosenbaum, man, I mean, that whole backstory, like, he just made that fucking character evil.
Yeah.
And the only thing that kind of sucked about that is when he opted to leave, and then when they brought him back as a fucking clone. I thought that kind of killed it a little bit. Like, that would be the only reason why I would kind of knock it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, fucking solid.
Well,
absolutely.
And that's
solid.
the thing. Like, I will say this: the reason I put Hackman second again was because it's the nostalgia, the OG.
It's the nostalgia, but he also fucking owned that part. I mean, he was just great.
No, he really
like,
was.
There was like
he really was.
Anything about that guy, like it was like solid on both sides. Like it was very serious yet funny. It was, yeah, he was just great.
And if I could do,
Rosenbaum, I think would have to be.
I think God, see now I'm second guessing. It's so tough. Those three, it's so tough because Holt.
Yeah, right.
Holt really. He really brought it, man. Like and the iterate. Like I remember we talked about it as soon as it happened, where it was like he just fucking hates him. It's not about facing a challenge or getting one over on him or pride or ego. It's literally just I fucking don't like this dude, so I'm gonna destroy him. Jealous, pure and granted. Yeah. The exploration of that, like there is the insecurity because it's, and he talks about the fact that like, your very existence diminishes humanity's, accomplishments. But what he's really saying is you diminish my accomplishments, right? It's personal. He's just including himself in humanity. So It very much is that I worked my ass off for this, and you were born with it. And just because of that, I don't like you. It doesn't matter how good you are, how much you help, what you're trying to do. You didn't have to work for what you have, and I did. So fuck you. That really, like, it's such a plain, simple, like, nothing complicated, It
is. See, but I like the whole, like, I like the dynamic that Clark and Lex had in Smallville. Like, that whole animosity where it was, like, the outside voices were, like, telling Clark, like, no, he's a piece of shit. And he's like, hey, have a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I want you to be my best friend ever.
Right.
Hop and skip that. And then, then he turned.
Well, and I will say this. Because of the liberties taken by Smallville, that did bring it down from a straight performance perspective. Like Rosenbaum is the adult Lex who hates Superman.
Right.
Fucking fantastic. And his performance as Lex in the series was fantastic. But it was a departure because they never knew each other in the comics before, in their youth. So that was the other aspect for me that was slightly different. So
fair enough.
But I'll go back to what you originally said.
Now we have Lois.
The three of those, the top three, it's super hard to, yeah. So Lois, okay.
Yeah. So it's a mix of those three: Rosenbaum, Hackman, and Holt.
Yeah, for sure.
So now we got Lois.
Yep.
We have Rachel Brosnahan, Amy Adams, Erica Durance, Margot Kidder, Bitsy Tulloch, who was in Superman and Lois.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Kate Bosworth, and Phyllis Coates was Lois to George Reeves' Superman.
Okay.
I figured I'd go with the originals on that, just because. I mean, Phyllis Coates really did set the bar and kind of put it where they look at it today.
For sure.
I mean, her performance on the TV, yeah.
Well, and especially back then, like having a
So she was the
strong,
bar.
like confident woman in the workplace was unheard of. Or not necessarily unheard of, but just much more rare back
Right.
then. And oh man, yeah, okay. I'm going to start at the bottom again.
So for me,
Bosworth is at the bottom for sure. I don't dislike her. I haven't seen her in much. I don't think she's an amazing actor necessarily, but her Lois was just it totally missed the mark.
No, she's not.
Totally missed the mark.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all. It wasn't. Yeah, not at all. So who goes next, though? That's the thing.
Okay.
She's a fantastic actress, but I don't know if I liked Amy Adams as Lois either.
Yeah, no. I actually that's another one for me. I love Amy Adams. I think she's a fantastic actor. I think she's so many things I like about her, but I did not like. There's a specific line that she says that I was like, that the whole thing where she says, I don't. What is it? And I forget the exact line, but I don't do something or something without a flak jacket when she gets off the helicopter when she's going to Canada to see the ship.
Oh yeah.
There was something about the delivery there
Yeah,
that
the Snyderverse really tried to take toxic masculinity to every fucking character.
to every character. Yeah,
it was just
Yeah.
it was horrible.
yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, because her Lois, she was certainly a badass from the Lois perspective. But I don't know. There was just.
But I don't think Lois was ever a badass. She was just she was more of like the reporter that wanted to get the story and was kind of just like dumb about going around it, you know?
Well,
Like,
yeah. All right.
almost- it got to a point,
Mischievous.
I think, with
Mischievous.
Where she knew that Superman would be there.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. And yeah, so
Like, I'll be safe.
they changed how Lois was just a go-getter to her own detriment versus a badass. Yes, I would agree with that assessment.
Damsel in distress.
And yeah, she gets herself into the messes in order to get the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta. So Amy Adams and Kate Bosworth definitely Kate Bosworth is at the bottom. Then Amy Adams. Then.
I'm putting Crazy Eye Lois from fucking Superman and Lois.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with.
Nancy Tulloch. She was good, but she wasn't my favorite.
I'm gonna go with Erica Durance in that position, and then put her above Erica Durance.
I could see that too.
And then.
Yeah.
And then Rachel Brosnahan, and then Margot Kidder. That's my list. So Margot Kidder's first.
Oh, you forgot Phyllis. Phyllis is going to be my number 3.
Oh, she
And
was.
then she was the original.
I'd put her at number 3 as well. So I'd bump everyone else down.
Yeah, she's my 3. Kidder, Brosnahan is my 2, and Kidder is my number 1.
Yeah, that's mine too.
I really, I like Brosnahan. I thought she was a very strong, very good.
I agree.
Lois.
Yeah.
But Margot really. And you know, honestly, too, it's the chemistry between Superman and Clark and Lois that really made it. And Margot and Chris really
they nailed that, man.
It was something.
Yeah, because you had his iteration as Clark, And it was the first time that you saw Superman where you could say, oh, it makes sense that people didn't get it was the same person. They were completely different characters, whereas previous iterations, it was just a dude in a suit and glasses versus his superhero costume. So, yeah, it's like even the Snyderverse and Lois and Clark, it was the same thing. They're the same dude. He's just wearing glasses.
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite parts about the Margot Kidder Lois was that she's a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist that can't speak.
I know. That really was so great.
Always got to get
It
something.
really, really was great. Yes.
It's like something so minuscule, but my God, it's fantastic.
That still the very first time you realize it too when Perry White said, like, the first time he corrects her, he goes, "There's only one P in rapist." Like, just
yeah.
And I love see, that's why it's the OG, man. Like, his dynamic, Jackie Cooper being able to, like, this is just normal because he didn't say, Lois, how do you not know how to spell? You're a reporter. He just says, oh, there's only one P in rapist. So he knows this about her, and it's just a normal thing, you know?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, so now we're at the Blue Boy Scout himself.
Yep.
So we have in recent to not so much recent, maybe not in exact order,
right.
but we have David Corn
Yep.
Sweat, Henry
Yep.
Cavill, Tom
Yep.
Welling. Although Tom Welling is kind of at a weird spot because he never fully put on the suit.
Literally at the
But
end.
It did show flashes of that man.
Yes, it was the last episode. They showed him in the suit, but it wasn't the full picture. It was just like a bust. So, yeah, opening his shirt.
Flying away.
Right, but even in the last episode where he saved, he came in and got rid of Apocalypse, when he flew up to the window and saw Lois in the plane, you could see, like, he was obviously wearing the costume. So there were 2 shots of him in costume, but that's it. Okay. Well, and then I know we're not including Dean Cain,
Welling,
right?
We have Reeve. No, we have Tyler
Hoechlin.
We have Brandon Routh.
Yep.
Hoechlin. Hoechlin.
Tyler Hoechlin.
I know, it's spelled H-O-E.
I know, I never remember how to pronounce it.
And we have the first man to portray Superman on screen, George Reeves.
No, that's not true. Kirk Allen. Kirk Allen was the first.
I thought George Reeves was the first one on TV.
No,
Kirk.
George Reeves was the first to portray him in a movie because he did Superman versus the Mole Men was a feature. Kirk Allen played him in the television series, the very first. But George Reeves played him in the movie, and then the movie became the next series, and then he was in the series after that.
Either way, the one that people will talk about.
Yeah.
It's not like they talk about George Lansby as James Bond, even though he fucking was.
That is true.
So for me, at the bottom, without a doubt, and I hate to do it because I do like him, is Brandon Routh, and that's only because his iteration of Superman was dog shit.
Well,
there were so many good things that they could have done.
Yeah.
But when they made him that fucking stalker
I
pervert,
know.
I was like, oh, damn.
I know. Hanging out at, like,
Put that motherfucker on a list.
He wouldn't do that. Superman wouldn't do that. He wouldn't fly to someone's house and just spy on them with his X-ray vision for like 20 minutes. It's not like he just looked real quick. He sat there and listened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny too because I like him as well, and I think he did right by the character by coming back and doing the later iteration of Superman when he was a little older and
Superman Prime.
And
Yep.
But I agree. On this particular list, he's at the bottom. Dean Cain isn't even on it, though, so he would be below Brandon Routh for me.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't even waste the ink on Dean Cain when I
No, and that's the thing. Like, at the time, the 90s, I was a teenager. It was awesome because he was Superman. But he's not a good actor. Even his Superman, the iteration of it, was not the best. So.
No. I'd always been steadfast in the fact that I didn't like him, even before he turned into this fucking ice weirdo that he is.
Yeah.
I never thought he was a very believable. He was always kind of a doughy Superman. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, it was like baby fat. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, you just want to like poke him like a newborn baby. Yeah, right. But it was just this like thing, and he was very. I don't know. I just never liked him. So he would definitely be at the bottom of every list that I could ever make.
Yeah. Then Brandon Routh, yep.
And then it would definitely be Routh because.
Okay, and who do we have left? Because I don't want to put someone in and forget somebody else. So we have Tyler Hoechlin, we have Christopher Reeve, we have George Reeves, we have. Are we going to include
Welling,
Cavill, Welling and Cavill? Okay,
and
I was going to say we're not gonna include Nicolas Cage, right?
Fuck. No, because that was a terrible CGI.
I know.
And I don't think he would have been a good Superman.
No, I agree. Well, and he even said when he came back to do the screen capture or the motion capture that he didn't even do half the shit that they made him do in the CGI. So it wasn't even his portrayal, really. So yeah, I would say with the rest of that list, I gotta put Welling. I loved Tom Welling as Clark / Superman, and I'm only putting him here because technically he wasn't Superman.
Fair enough.
Then, okay, because here's my problem. I think Welling embodies the Superman look better than Tyler Hoechlin does. But I appreciated Tyler Hoechlin's Superman from a parenting perspective. So, had this been like 10 years ago, before I was a parent, he would not be as high on my list. But the way his Superman dealt with being a father, I actually really enjoyed. So,
fair enough.
I will go with... Actually, you know what? We're going to go Cavill, Welling, Hoechlin, Corn Sweat, and Reeve. I forgot George Reeves, though, didn't I? Brandon Routh, then George Reeves, then Cavill, then Welling, then Corn Sweat, then Christopher Reeve. That's my list. No one will ever top Christopher Reeve.
I'm flipping.
You're flipping Corn Sweat and...
I'm flipping Corn Sweat and Welling.
Okay.
Truthfully, for me, the two top people that have played Clark Superman have been Christopher Reeve and
Tom Welling.
I
get
thought
that
they both. I think that they both embodied it a lot. Like, and even Corn Sweat. It's the whole idea of Superman. Like he's fallible. Mm-hmm. He's human. Mm-hmm. All three of them really brought that in. I thought that Cavill, there was way too much toxic masculinity in that, like that whole godlike persona that nothing could affect him or phase him. I did not like that.
Well, and
I don't like the arguments that it brings up in the comic book circles either.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's dumb.
For me,
it takes Superman out of Superman and makes it about his strength and power and badassness as opposed to the humanity. That's what doesn't work. It's not that he was a bad Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't have the balance between the two.
No, I agree. But he looks
And that really
he looks like the character. That's what people
He looks the part.
That's
But so
right.
didn't fucking
No, and that's my point. That's why he
like,
no, I know he
George
looked
Reeves,
yeah.
I would have like, whoa. I would have had
Yeah. Very true. Well, there's another one. Ben
Terrible.
Affleck is the only person who has ever played Superman and Batman. Even though technically he was playing George Reeves playing
Very
Batman.
True.
Or Superman rather. But yeah.
So I don't have a list for this, but so it's the top 3 for both of us in no particular order is Reeve, Cornsweet,
And Welling. Yep.
Those are the top 3
For sure.
we agree on, and we agree on the 3 in the bottom too.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one isn't a list, but who would you like to see? They keep using the same villains. Who would you like to see Superman fight in a movie?
I definitely got to go with Brainiac because
They haven't had an iteration of him.
yeah, because it's the only iteration of Brainiac that has ever, Brainiac. The only iteration of Brainiac that has ever made it on screen has been Smallville. There were plans, and even Superman 2 was Superman 3 was supposed to be Brainiac. But then as soon as Donner was out, they switched it all up.
Yeah.
And then you got fucking Gus Gorman. But I do appreciate the fact that I didn't realize in the beginning that the evil computer that he fights in Superman 3 was an echo of Brainiac in the script, even though it wasn't Brainiac. Obviously, it was just a supercomputer. But obviously, there's an echo there of that potential. So I would like to see a big screen Brainiac villain, for sure.
Well, you're going to get that in 2 years when they release fucking
Man of Tomorrow.
there.
I'm excited for
That's
that.
who they're fighting. Yeah.
I am
too. There's so many that I would like
I want to see Doomsday, too.
Brainiac is definitely fucking up.
I want to see...
I can wait on Doomsday.
I'm not saying I need him now. I'm just saying...
Because they attempted it in the Justice League.
Right.
And they fucked it up royally. Like, it needs to be done...
It needs to be done the way they did it in the comic, even if it's not exact. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Again, they combine... You can't fit everything in a movie, so they combine things, right? It was just like in Superman and Lois. You thought it was Doomsday, but it was actually Bizarro. Then it actually becomes Doomsday, right? So it's like he breaks out of the ground like Doomsday did, but then it's Superman from the alternative planet, which ends up being Bizarro, and then he's killed and reanimated until he becomes Doomsday. So it's like, okay, I liked it. I liked that Doomsday better than the Doomsday in the movie, which was again the same thing. They took General Zod, his body, and mutated it into Doomsday. But yeah, I would love to see a more comic accurate iteration of Doomsday in the big screen.
Yeah. See, I think if they ever did it, it would need to be a point where they change actors. Like, I like how they did that with Daniel Craig's iteration of Bond. There was a bookend. Mm-hmm. There was a clear start, a clear middle, and a fucking end. And I like that. And that would be a good way, a changing of the guard would be.
I agree with that.
Do that whole Death of Superman story.
To have it be like its own, kind of like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Right? That's in its own world. It's its own, beginning, middle, end type of thing. I would like to see that as its own standalone, kind of like the Nolan films for Batman. Like maybe have a series of Superman films that lead up to Doomsday, and that's it. Just 1, 2, and 3, and then that's the whoever plays Superman in that iteration is the only movies he's in. I would get on board with that.
Yeah. I agree with you. Brainiac would be a great one. Now, here is a question that you might not know the right answer to. Who is Superman's greatest enemy? The Salkinds.
Ironically enough, they're also his greatest champion, because without them, he wouldn't have made it to the big screen. But they ended up just getting bogged down in the bullshit of it and totally fucked it up. Yeah.
Oh God, did they ever?
That's the thing.
So this has been great. We didn't.
I was just gonna say Donner.
Go
Them getting rid of Donner was how they fucked it up.
Oh yes, without a fucking doubt. Because at that point, then they pissed off everybody.
Yeah.
They pissed off Reeve. They pissed off fucking Kidder.
Yeah.
They pissed off Hackman. Everybody.
Yeah. And she was not.
They should not have.
And Margot Kidder was only in Superman 3 for a couple scenes because she spoke out about it, and they didn't like that. So fuck them.
Yep. Yeah, fuck them. Right in the face. So, this will be the ending of the episode, but I just want to say that I really appreciated this episode covering Superman. I enjoyed the new movie that James Gunn had put
thoroughly.
out. We had done an episode on that. We lost all of that.
Yeah, we had a technical glitch that we didn't see until
that
after.
Gunn did a good job bringing him back.
I thought he did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And I appreciate so much how he...
Yeah.
I forget who he said it to, but he was like, because it had come up that James Gunn could potentially do Superman, and he's like, yes, but I don't know what to do, and so he didn't rush it, and then he contacted somebody, I forget who, but it was basically like, I figured it out. This is how we're going to do it, and that's when he moved forward with it, because he honored the character instead of just let's.
And you know how he figured it out?
What?
Do you know how he figured it out?
I mean,
he adopted a dog.
Oh yes, yeah, yes, that's what. I wasn't sure where you were going with it, but yes, that was his inspiration. And where Crypto came from, for those of you who don't know, it's directly based on his dog, which is about half the size of how big Crypto is in the movie. So but how he looks, how his fur falls, one ear sticking up, like
all the motion capturing was
the actual dog, yes. And then they made him a little bit
dog.
bigger and changed his fur to white. But yeah, and I remember him saying, "I love this dog, but he is the worst dog." And it's like, what if Superman had a horrible dog? What would that be like?
Yeah.
And that started it all. I thought that was such a great thing.
But he's out there and he's all alone. He's not even a good dog.
I know. But dude,
like that was one of my favorite lines. That just shows you how much of a fucking compassionate Superman should be.
He's a dog. Yeah,
he's
not even a really good one.
He's out there and he's all alone.
I know. And the fact that he saved the goddamn squirrel in the middle of this huge battle scene. But the part where, and I love how it's maybe 10 minutes into the movie, not even, where he gets healed and then he stands up and is walking towards the exit to go back out, and Crypto's biting his feet as he's walking. Like that.
Yeah.
Then he's like, "Ow! Stop it!" And again, yes, baby. You're really hungry. Okay, well, we're just about to finish. So, my dad duties are calling. We've been on for an hour and almost 45 minutes. So, this is probably one of the longest episodes we've ever had. Because of course it is. We're talking about Superman.
And we had. It's because I made that.
Well,
list.
yeah, there's that too.
That's what kept us going. But so James Gunn brings it back to where it should be. To all you Snyder bros that might be listening, Superman has always been beatable. Like, there's always been that side of him. If you guys go back, he's never been fully indestructible. If you remember, in Superman 3, he kicked his own ass.
Yes, he did.
That should say right
Yes,
there.
baby.
So, even
I
got
know.
beat
I'm
up
going
by
to
a
be right
trucker.
up, and I'm going to give you some food, okay? All right. Hey, do you want to say bye, everybody?
So, dad duty beckons.
No, just say it really loud. Say bye, everybody. Yes, dad duty calls.
Fair enough.
Bye, bye, bye.
All right, you guys have a great one.
Yeah. And we'll
And we'll
catch
see
you next time.
Hey, fellas, don't forget to check out our socials. We're on TikTok at Dads Unfiltered. If you don't TikTok, we have our Dads Unfiltered Facebook page. If you don't use Facebook, then there's always good old-fashioned email, 2dadsunfiltered@gmail.com. That's the number 2, dadsunfiltered@gmail.com. And coming soon, Dad's Unfiltered YouTube channel. Also, check out Chris's emotion coaching content at dadding_daily on TikTok, at Chris O'Neill Coach on Instagram, and at Chris O'Neill on YouTube. You can find the links below in our podcast description.